We live.
Let's do it.
Yes, what's up, Las Vegas? It's your boy Eric Stackz from My Rap Mentor. Represent Hot 702.5 FM. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Today, we have my new co-host.
Hey,
Icy Jonez. Introduce yourself, man. Tell them a little about yourself for the ones that maybe didn't see like the last.
Okay, for sure.
Thing we did.
My name is Icy Jonez from Las Vegas, Nevada. I am a hip hop artist. Also, you know, I got my merch popping, but got situations, clothing, and yeah, man, independent artist, been doing this thing now going on 10 years. Next year is my 10-year anniversary.
Putting in that work, 10 years, man. How you
as a professional?
As a professional, that's a different. How you just to get into a quick question, how did you keep the motivation for 10 years?
Motivation is just this is what I do. You know what I mean? It's like almost like breathing, or almost like taking care of your kids, or you know, these are things that you can't detach from. You're always going to be a father. You may not parent your kids, but no matter what you do, you're always going to be a father. And so for me, like I'm an artist, so I'm gonna always be that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I just kept the motivation, knowing that this is my DNA. This is who I am. So
I know last time one of the compliments I gave you, you seem to be very good on the business as well as the art itself. For sure. How long did it take you to get to that, like to get everything in place?
Everything in place took me about 2 to 3 years.
2 or 3 years?
Yeah, and then by the time 2013-14 hit, I was solidified. Okay. Again, starting in 2010, going on the professional route, and then by 2012, I had understood branding and merchandising and touring.
And that's what we're gonna talk about too, because
for sure, I
really need to learn about that myself.
For sure. And so after that, man, it was just up.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say, do you consider yourself an underground artist or a DIY artist?
I'm both.
Both?
Yeah.
Why do you say that? Like
because there's certain things I don't necessarily need to have that other people think they need to have.
Well, before we even get into that, explain the difference, because I don't know if everybody's seen this.
It's a lot of paperwork involved running a label and making yourself a business as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And so and then when on the underground tip.
So the DIY is the one that requires a lot of paperwork, or?
Well, for me, I call it just underground and then independent. So DIY to me is like you're underground on your way to independent.
Okay. Because
you're, what you mean. You know, do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, a mixture of both. Is that a phone call?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, phone call.
Well then.
Hello. Hot 702.5.
My Rap Mentor, you on the line? What's going on? Who we talking to? Turn them up. Hold on, we got to turn you up 1 second.
Hold on, how do I turn this up? Hold on. Oh, the hotline. Yo, you can hear me?
I'm an artist. I own my own business, and I'm an abstract artist, and I do landscape art. Yeah, so I heard you guys talking about ours, and I'm actually update logos too for companies. I'm just looking, seeing, I don't know if anyone's interested in that, and I have a whole bunch of business cards.
So you have a question, or you have a comment or concern?
Questions and comments.
Answer away.
I also question is, like, I'm trying to find a place to display my artwork, and I heard that the guy's an underground artist. So what does he do? Calligraphy or what?
Well, no, you're listening to My Rap Mentor, and so we are about the music industry at large, entertainment. But when it comes to landscape art or calligraphy or drawing and, you know, graphic design, that's not what we're necessarily talking about or necessarily into on this show. However, we do have several people we can connect you to if you want to get into that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so can you follow My Rap Mentor on Instagram and also Icy Jonez on Instagram, and you can just DM us, and then we'll send you some people you can follow and connect with, and you know, talk with them about it.
Hello.
Okay. What do I say?
My Rap Mentor on Instagram.
My rap.
Mentor.
R-A-B. Mentor.
Yeah,
So
MYRAP
Y
Mentor.
R-A-P.
Yeah, My Rap Mentor.
Okay.
And also ICJONEZ.
I-C.
JON.
J.
Yep.
J-O-N.
EZ.
E-Z. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be both of us. You can follow us on Instagram and talk to us in the DM, and we'll send you some people. But this show is dedicated towards the music industry and entertainment industry at large.
Yeah, we don't want to send you off with the wrong information.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, man.
Because I got you guys through my phone.
All right. Thank you for calling in, man. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right.
Yeah.
No problem. I'm a big fan.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
That was a good call. But yeah, he probably thought we were talking about art.
Different type of art.
Yeah. But yeah, so you were saying as far as about the underground and the DIY. So you were saying the difference for those who don't know the difference out there?
Right. So for me, underground is DIY, like just doing everything yourself. Just, making it happen out here, man. Getting information off of, Instagram, getting things off of YouTube, Googling, Wikipedia, you feel me? But then once you get into the independent side of things, you want to go down to the, your business building, wherever you live at, get down to your business building and actually handle business, get your paperwork. Maybe you want to start out as a DBA, get your first and last name, doing business as whatever your label name is. Then you might want to step up to, sole proprietor or LLC, limited liability company, and then you separate who you are as a person and your actual business.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then trademarks, copyrights, different things like that are involved with being an independent artist.
Okay, that makes sense. How did I like the fact that you split the two differences. I always knew it in the back of my mind, but I never thought to actually separate the two. So how did you come up? Did you come up with that concept, or how did you learn that concept?
Pretty much just going through, seeing how people have excelled, and then how some people have, stayed the same or fell off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I've been able to sustain myself and come up as well, just by, being me and not being hard pressed to go get certain things that everybody else is. I ain't gonna lie. Other people have those two words, but God. You know what I'm saying? But mine is but God situations. And, my brand is different from theirs.
Okay. And you got a clothing line like.
Yeah, but God situations is my.
So tell me like tell me the origin of the But God like brand.
It started with Saint City Project. Me and my brothers, we had a ministry called Saint City Project. And we were on our way to like splitting, you know what I'm saying? So I was asking God for my own thing, my own brand. Because really the only thing I had was the Wings microphone and crown. This is my actual Icy Jones logo. But I didn't want to represent me. I wanted something that the community at large could represent instead of like Icy Jones.
Some people could stand behind.
Like I wasn't trying to be vain and make it just about me. I'm always about community. I'm very community driven. And so I heard, but God, loud.
You did?
Yeah, in my spirit. And of course, it's probably from my subconscious from hearing, bold black pastors say those two words. However, I made an album out of it because I already had this project in the works. It's called Fire Escape. And I had a whole plan for it. And then when those two words came, it switched. And so I put those two words on a shirt. And I put the logo, the Icy Jones logo in the middle of the U. And, man, they sold out. I went on tour in 2012.
2012?
Yeah, and they sold out. And people were like, what does that mean? Like, but they liked the way the logo looked. And so, I told them, man, it's your story. Like, it's but God. And so because people were asking me, like, what does that mean? I was like, I I need to add something. So is it But Got Stories? Is it whatever, But Got something instead of just But Got ... Okay. And situations hit me. You know what I mean? And so it became But Got Situations. And I was able to explain it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? And from there, bro, I've been doing it ever since 2012.
2012 with the But Got Situation?
Yeah, But Got Situations. 2012, that October, I came out with that whole album, But Got Situations, the project, the merch, everything. And then,
speaking of that too, the merch, we definitely talking about how he's gonna give you advice on how to get your shows and merch going. So
for sure. And so from there, man, I got hats, I got beanies, I got wristbands, I got sweatshirts.
You didn't give me none.
Hoodies.
Give me none.
Yeah, we just met.
I'm hurt.
2019. And honestly, man, I kind of backed down from the merch. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to keep up with a merch line or a brand of clothing. And, you know, it's some orders I still need to fill. It's a lot to try to press those yourself and keep up with everything, man. So I'm about to do a resurgence next year. And like, bro, I'm finna give away so many shirts.
So do you prefer, as far as getting the shirts together, how long did it take you to know to feel like I need to get a more physical shirts and hats and t-shirts, like to start a brand with that? How long did it take you to know that?
It was the asking for it, the demand for it. You know what I mean? And people seen me wearing it, because I can go down to the swap meet. I advise everybody to do this. Go down to the swap meet in your local city and go get your own stuff made for yourself to campaign yourself. You can do the airbrush thing, but you can't resell airbrush. It costs too much.
True.
You feel me? So go get yourself your own t-shirt, you know, JPEG, your logo or whatever, you know, or Adobe Illustrator, the AI or the EPS file, you feel me? And then take it down to them, email it to them or whatever, and then get your own shirt made. Okay. Your own sweatshirt made, your own hoodie, long sleeve, and campaign. And so when you wear that 7 days a week.
Yeah, and people seeing you with it. And
yeah, they're going to be like, where mine at? Just like you did, right?
Yeah, where mine at? And two, I think too, because the brand, it feels like you for real. You know, so I think that's like a combination that makes it more powerful too. So
bet it. And so from there, bro, I got the hat stitched or the beanie stitched, you know, Letterman jacket, and people start asking like, "Can I get that? Is that for sale? What's up? What's up?" I've sold stuff off my back.
So it started off. It started off just like your own personal, and then people start asking for it.
Yep. I mean, it started out as shirts, just shirts.
Oh, okay.
But then when I start adding on for myself, people start asking for it, and so I started to get orders.
How did you? Because I know it was in demand. So how did you supply that much merch without basically burning your pockets?
Just finding the right prices. You got to shop for the right prices. You know what I mean? I can't necessarily disclose my prices because that would then expose, you know. But find the right prices. You know what I mean? That way, you know, your net outweighs the gross. Okay. You feel me? And that's what happened. I found a good prices. Sometimes you will break even with certain items, but it's better to break even.
You ain't have your brand out there.
And have your brand out there than to not have anything at all.
What do you think about like the route as far as doing it online?
I think that they're both equivalent. It's just the same thing as having a hard copy CD and having it digital.
Oh, okay.
I think they're equivalent. And so there is a site out there, teespring.com. They will allow you.
I've seen it before. Are they good?
One of my the artists that I was working with, he said he didn't really like it.
He didn't really like it
or whatever. But it's simple. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good jump start. That's just like the DIY underground. It's just a jump start. And then you can find better, you know, cloths and you know, better stuff. Period, you know, for lack of better words. So anyway, when it comes down to that, man, just shop around for the right price. And that price may not be in your city. It may be somewhere else that you got to order from. But online, Teespring will allow you to upload your logo to whatever product they have. I'm talking about from a t-shirt to a coffee mug.
Oh, they got more than a t-shirt?
Absolutely.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And then put your price on it. And then they'll cut you a check. They'll ship out the merch for you. You ain't never got to touch it.
You got to touch it? Okay.
They'll send you, you know, whatever you order for yourself. But for the most part, man, you could promote that digital flyer and, digital commercial or whatever for people to go get it online. And that's a whole nother thing, because you can actually take your domain name and forward it over to certain stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to go to teespring.com/mymerch. You feel me?
Oh, okay. I see what you
You
mean.
can take your, domain name and make it forward.
That sounds pretty legit. That sounds really legit. So you can take your domain name and you can forward it to like your own sites.
Yeah.
So you don't have that.
You're using other websites, but you have your own spot in that website. You know what I mean? Your own link or whatever. And so you forward that link over.
Okay. So as far as when you do your shows, because I know you said about booking shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you sell most of your merch at the shows, or how do you even book a show, matter of fact? Let's say if you're just coming from like, let's go back to like I see when he just kind of started. What was your first steps?
Open mic.
Open mic?
Yeah, open mics, and of course like free events. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find out where the events are and contacting the person, the event coordinator, or the person who put the show together, and seeing if you can get on there.
Hot 702.5.
Yeah, this is Tom. Does he have this stuff in stores? Does like the album and his stuff? I'm listening to him.
ICJONEZ.com, ICJONEZ.com, and I'm streaming everywhere.
Okay.
Yep, appreciate it. And make sure you DM me. You can DM me.
He'll answer back.
I'll answer back after I get off the show. All right, 100.
All right.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, what we talking about as far as booking the show. So you said
open mic.
Open mic. So why?
Open mics because this is like not only your chance to practice. You know what I'm saying? You can be the greatest recording artist, but horrible performing artist.
Yeah,
I
met people that was like that too, or the opposite.
Yeah, some people like.
I heard the real song. I'm like,
but can he perform? Right.
So yeah.
And so that's why like there's a lot of Disney recording artists, and they don't make videos. They're not in a career path of trying to be a visible singer. They sing for these characters. That's a recording artist. You feel me? And then you got people who do both, who can perform. So anyway, go practice, but also gain a following from these open mics. Don't be above open mics.
Yeah, super like a superstar or something.
Yeah, like bro, you're not even inner city known. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
And so from there, you gain a following. So now these people who made it to the open mic, who come out, you can go ahead and actually get a email list. You know what I'm saying?
People sleep on email lists, man.
They sleep. So you can get a spreadsheet and have people write their information down on the spreadsheet, which is your email list. You can actually have people walking around the room, or you can, and have people follow you right then and there, on social media. Gain a following.
How long did it take you to gain a following where you was at least happy to an extent? Like, okay, I'm going in the right direction.
I don't know, probably
as a new artist, man, not now. As a new artist.
Work the crowds, bro. Like, I'm not afraid to shake your hand, meet you, and talk to you. So it didn't take me very long. I would say probably under a year.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, cause like I told you, when I seen you perform over there, you was one of the ones that's like you was in the crowd interacting, shaking hands. People was feeling the music, so I believe you.
And that's what I did. And so it didn't take me not even a year to gain a cool traction. To understand, like, yo, this is what I do.
How did you get people into, because, okay, some people can just like your music and be like, oh, he cool, but how did you get people passionate about the brand?
Being passionate about it myself.
Okay.
Being passionate about it myself. And rocking, like I said, rocking my own brand every day. Sir Charles is my bro, man. He's my business partner. And he was like,
Sir Charles.
Yeah, he was like, bro, what you got a shirt for every day? You got a different color, don't you? He said, how many Bug Guy shirts you got in the closet? He said, and it took me years to not wear my own clothing every day.
For real?
Yeah. Like, I almost never bought a button up, bro. Like, if I did, it was blank and I put my own logo on it. Like, yeah, bro. Because branding And campaigning is essential. It's very important.
I like
for
that
your
word you
own.
said, campaigning.
Yeah, thank you. It's your own. Like, you gotta rock your own stuff. It's like, it's cool to listen to other people's music, but you want to bump your own music.
Yeah.
You know, you want to bump your catalog. You know, you want to bump some old stuff. You know, you want to bump the unreleased stuff. Like, so when people get in your car, who is that? Oh, that's me. That's my new. You feel me? And so yeah, man, just me being passionate about my own brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you? Okay, now let's say you mastered the open mics. What was your step to get booked on that first show, like that official show?
Just word of mouth.
Just word of mouth.
I'm not gonna lie. It was
open mics or
word of mouth. Yeah, open mics. But I'm a community activist, bro. So like I would do like community outreaches. Being a artist in general, you want to connect to some type of organization or foundation or something you stand for, and you want to like perform at those events as well and campaign around that crowd as well. And then that'll get to another head, you know, somebody who runs something else, and then you know the word of mouth gets there.
I seen you doing one on YouTube. I don't know how soon it was, but it was like in a community room or something. I seen one on YouTube, so I definitely see what you mean.
Yeah, and then from there, you also can like call places and like see what their itinerary is, like what they got going on, or would you like to book me? You know what I'm saying? And then send your EPK, which artists get your EPKs together, which is an electronic press kit. It has everything in it from your bio, your headshots, your links to your videos, your links to your streaming services, your website in there. It has everything in one place.
So it's essentially like a music resume or something?
Music resume.
Okay.
That's a great word, yeah.
So when you did this first book show, did you have your fans there yet, or you repeated the same process that you did in open mics?
Yeah, same process.
Same process.
You gotta gain a following. And so when my first album release, gospel rap, it was December like 9th or 10th. I always try to release something around my birthday, which
is it a reason or is just
gospel trap music is coming?
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna check that out. Sound hard.
Yeah, it's a reason because it's more love and support. Like, people are going to come support you for your birthday. You know what I'm saying? But when you release a project on the same day or around that same weekend, they have something to purchase from you now. So, you know, if they not gonna we grown. Who getting gifts like that, really?
Yeah.
You feel me? Who really gonna send somebody a cash app for their birthday unless they really rock with you? So now you got something to support me on for my birthday. Okay. And then you just keep pushing after that. But the people who really rock with you are gonna come to that gathering. You feel me? So that's why. But that first album release, we probably had about 50, 60 people there. And that was like a community outreach and album release and birthday party.
All
inclusive. Okay. You feel me? And so right there on the west side, man. Okay. Right by 88.1. You feel me? And bro, you can see that on my YouTube. Like, I had braids, mohawk, you feel me, out there rocking, you know, on the pavement, on the cement. And then the second, it was like a mixtape or something, bro. We had like 200-300 people in the building.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Which is like a year and a half later. Absolutely.
A year and a half later, man.
And to connect with other artists to do like a release together. So don't be shameful or prideful to release a project with somebody else and hold an event together for that release. Because people who like both of y'all and people who don't know, you know, both of y'all, they're going to show up and they're going to like who they like, or they're going to like both of y'all. And so now y'all can share fans, you know what I'm saying? And take some of each other's fans.
That's smart. A lot of why you think a lot of artists don't do that?
Shameful or prideful.
Oh,
like,
okay.
He either better than me and is following bigger than me, or it's all about me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even got nothing to do with, that's just pride or shame.
Did you always have that mentality to merge with certain people, or
yeah, I'm community.
Into that?
I'm always community driven, and everybody's not like that. And I found that out, you know, and you get kind of, you know, heartbroken and stuff like that. But like, it is what it is, bro. Like, for me, man, it's like I'm community driven. I'm about the people. I'm about other artists. I'm about going forward, moving forward, full speed ahead together. Because if Eric Stackz win, I win. You know what I'm saying? If Icy Jones win, Eric Stackz win. If, you know, Charles win, I win. If I win, he win, and so on and so forth for anybody rocking with me. But everybody don't feel that way.
Yeah. You think? Yeah, it's probably an ego thing.
I don't know what that is. However, like, bro, I want the city to win. And then if you're indie from any other city, I want you to win because I don't want nobody getting raped out here. It's hard out here when you go into the industry and expect one thing and you get kicked out on another level.
Yeah.
You lose a lot of respect for music in general, a lot of love for music in general, but that's the business side of it. It's not the art side of it.
How do you separate the two? Because a lot of artists I meet, they can't seem to separate the two. So how do you...
Business and music?
Yeah, and you're actually good at music. Because some people I meet, they do music, they're about the business, but their music sound like they're only about business. But how do you stay as a quality artist and still know how to handle your business at the same time?
There's a time and place for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a season where you work on this project and this music, and you may have some other things going on, but you know you focused on this project. And it may not even be like an album or anything, but like maybe you're working on a song for a certain season or a certain time, or you're feeling a certain way, but leave that there. And then when it's time for business, leave that where it's at and put your business cap on and handle business.
Okay.
You know, and understand, don't take things personal. Everything is not personal, but I'm still understanding that some things in relationships are just business, but you want to be a personal friend. You know, you want to go out and have lunch without talking about business. You want to do those things, but I'm just now getting to that point in my life.
What, as far as what?
Business and personal.
All business and personal.
And
how
not
do you
taking
separate
business
the two?
personal?
Yeah, how do you separate the two on that one? That's another.
I'm just learning, but you kind of gotta see people's, you know, how they really feeling. You gotta test the waters. Like, does he want to be my friend, or does she want to be my friend, or does she just want to use me for my name and my talents? And you kind of got to see the difference. Okay. And then, you know, you could just tell in conversation. You can feel an aura, you can feel a vibe, and that's what it is. Okay.
So I noticed, like, you still do the hand-in-hand CD thing?
Absolutely.
So do you prefer, like, the hand-in-hand more? Do you prefer hand-in-hand more than digital, or, like?
Only reason I do is because I'm still learning the digital side of music. You know what I mean? Yeah. And honestly, it's still fairly new.
Yeah, it is fairly new.
You know what I'm saying? It's making its statements and stuff, and, you know, concrete, but I'm still learning how to build a following and still learning how to, like, keep people's attention and engagement on social media. You know what I mean? So I prefer to canvas and get my money right now. Okay. Than to try to spend money on promotion and marketing and not knowing what these streams are going to get you, or what these downloads are going to get you.
Fake too.
You feel me?
That'll be fake playlists and stuff too. So yeah.
Yeah. So does that even really pay you if it's fake? I don't know.
So was you a community leader before the music, or? Because okay, do you think that contribute as well too? While you're good with hand-on-hand personal?
Yeah. In my personal life, I am a believer in Christ. So being a believer, I became a community leader. Okay. So was that before music? Now I'm coming with this voice. No. I mean, no, I wasn't a community leader before my professional career. Okay. No. But I have always been a leader in my life. Like, I'm always the head of something, over something. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to community at large in inner city Las Vegas, no. So music came with that because my faith is the banner that I make music under. Okay. You feel me? So yeah, I became, you know, a community leader with that, and not standing for injustice. Yeah.
Okay. So get back on the show thing. What would you? Okay, let's say you said you dominated the first. You kind of dominated the open mics. Then you moved on to being booked for your first legit show. I know you was talking about the email list. We kind of got off topic a little bit. You was talking about the email list. So what would you recommend, like, an artist that's just getting to that point, like, to basically reduplicate the same thing they did in the
open mic?
Yeah. But also to move at a higher level as well and not get stagnant.
Man, you gotta really, like, put in that work, right? And that is, who are you shaking hands with and who are you meeting in these arenas? You know what I mean? You might meet the youth director over the church. That youth director may know 5 other youth directors. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So if you make good music and you leave a good impression and your character is right, then they may plug you with those other 5. And it may be yearly, something they do every year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nellis Baptist, man. Like every year, you know. Dave, my assistant, does a youth explosion every year. So he's gonna book some people every year. You know what I'm saying? That's how I actually met him, from the youth explosion. So that's in my arena. Also knowing like your crowd. So because I do quote unquote gospel rap, no cussing, you know, no vulgar language, no disrespectful to women, I can do old school crowds. Put that band behind me, take my original lyrics and do it. And that's how I got known in the older crowd.
Okay.
And these open mics and these bars, these lounges, you get performance royalties from your performance rights organization. So you have to, you know, input that information into your account and you'll get a check. So again, don't shy away from that. But when it comes to getting booked, who are you shaking hands with? Who do you know? And also connecting with other artists who may have a platform for you to open up for them or be a part of the lineup. You know what I'm saying? And then once you know you have a face value, like your face card good, you can start charging if people hit you up and want to book you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And again, it's always a but got situations when your phone rings and they want to book you. Because if you're not campaigning and like saying, hey, I got a tour coming up, these are my dates, these are the cities I want to go to, and then the phone ring, that's some work you put in. But when you just putting out music and videos and stuff like that and your phone ring, man, it's your aura, your energy. I call it a but God situation. It's God moving their heart to say, call Icy, book them.
So just a personal question too. I know I guess you're categorized as gospel rap. How do you be able to make quote unquote gospel rap, but it still doesn't sound overbearing to people that may not listen to gospel rap?
For me, man, it's my testimony that I'm going to continue to rap about, right? Also, the youth and young adults I hang around are still in the street. So my ear is still to the street. You know what I mean? They're not in depth where they out there putting in work any longer, but they close to the people who are still out there doing things. And they can't be because they on paper, you know what I'm saying? They felons and, you know, on probation or house arrest, things like that. So they can't be active in the streets. However, they are not too far removed from that. So I keep my ear to the street. I was in the street and I know what I'm talking about. And my testimony is that I made it out. But I can rap songs that don't sound too Holy Bible-ish without cussing or using vulgar language or disrespecting people. And that's how. I'm not a Bible thumper in my music. I'm not judgmental in my music. I don't condemn in my music. And it's just good on the ears.
Okay.
And it still fits in the hip-hop-esque.
Yeah, it still do, yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's why I can rock a bar, a lounge, a club. I can rock with the hardest of hardest, or I can rock with the lightest of lightest.
So being from the streets and changing your mindset, what do you recommend like a young artist that's just they're just getting popping, they're building a fan base, but they still got one foot in the streets and into the music. What do you recommend them to stay focused? Like, what do you recommend them, the steps, what to do to stay focused on their business? And
it's only 5 places that you should be, give or take, with your mentor or your coach. You should be at the studio putting in work. You should be at home with your girl, getting loved on and loving on her, coming up with the plan. You should be at work. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty much give or take where else you need to be that's not in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much. Was
it a hard transition for you?
I can't think of the last one.
Was it a hard transition for you to change your mindset?
No.
It wasn't?
No. It was like needed. And it was I was appointed to do such at that point in time in my life, but hard, nah, you know what I mean? Because, bro, when you know what lies ahead if you keep going down that road, for me, some people like, man, I'm just, I got a prison mentality, you know what I'm saying? Or like, man, I'm destined for this or whatever. And that's just their negative side speaking and taking over more so. But for me, no, I'm not trying to be in prison, not even 8 months.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I'm not trying to lose a limb. I need all my limbs.
Yeah, you can't be performing without a limb, bro.
Feel me? And I'm not trying to be on house arrest. I got to get out and about. You feel me? And I ain't trying to be in a casket. I got kids and a wife.
So, too, I know you said a mentor. Do you have a mentor, or did you have one at the beginning?
Never.
No. Do you think it's it seemed like you think
I got
it's important to
spiritual
have-
leaders. I don't have music, entertainment, mentors, or, coaches or anything like that. I learned everything out the mud.
Okay. So do you think it's important if you can get a mentor to have one?
Very.
Why? Why do you think
Very
it's
important? Because it keeps you grounded. It keeps you with the foundation to always have somebody rooting you on, always having somebody giving you some structure, always having somebody giving you some homework and some things to, for you to do to continue to succeed in your career path. But also like having that big brother, sometimes I got to separate the big brother icy from the coach mentor icy.
Okay.
Because there's some personal things that people deal with that you may not talk about when you're being a coach or the mentor.
Yeah.
You feel me? And these personal things may stop them from doing their career path. It's just so downtrodden. It's just so horrible what's going on with them that they can't go forward. So you want to be that big brother and be like, what's up? You need to console them. You need to be that confidant. You need to get in intimate conversations with them and find out what's good. And that's where Camp Buck God comes in at.
Okay. One thing I didn't ask you on the last one, I want to know, who are some of your influences? Like, who influenced you musically?
When we talk about like music, man, it's like West Coast, like Snoop Dogg, man, What's My Name? That was my favorite. We got Midwest, like the fast rappers, Twista,
Yeah, Twista and all of them.
Crucial Conflict, and then like down south rappers. I love the down south rappers. Like when No Limit came out, I was on that. You feel me? Musically inclined from that, and then a little bit of East Coast. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, man, what we looking at? Business side of it. In the new day and age, on the business side of it, Kevin Gates, Breadwinners, him and Drika, man, like shout out to what they did and what she did for him, because he always gives it up for his wife.
Yeah.
Even a Christian hip hop artist named Bizzle. Christian hip hop artist named Seven. Also, did I say Nipsey Hussle?
No.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle with his $100 and his $1,000 copies, and just the long run, taking the stairs, not the elevator. The marathon continues.
Yeah.
Old school Master P. Who E40?
E40. Yeah.
With Sick With It. Trying not to forget no people, but those people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they were independent and grinding and getting numbers sold without a major distribution deal.
They really.
Then when they got the distribution deal, it was on their terms. These 80-20s and 85-15s on their 80-85 and y'all 15-20. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because we the one that sell records, and they always say, if you trying to give me $1 million, that must mean I'm worth 5.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Listen to that.
So I need you to run me my money, homie, because I know it's gonna sell. So he, 150 million records later, 300 million records later, 1 billion streams later, like, bro, these cats are my inspiration.
Would you ever consider signing to a major?
And right now, cocaine is a dope inspiration. Signing to a major label.
Yeah. Would you ever consider it?
I would consider it if it's on my terms and I made it to that level. But honestly, I don't care. Like, the money that's made independently by yourself, bro, is ridiculous without any strings attached to any contracts or anybody. And I can go out there and make my own contract and go get some private funding, some private investments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
myself. And put myself in a contract of 15% back or something like that. Like, bro, you don't it's just all in your mentality and how you work it.
Okay.
But consider it dependent, but I don't. Man, there's so much money out here to be made independently. It don't make no sense.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you've been traveling. I'm pretty sure you did shows at other places too.
Yes.
Other than Vegas, I'm assuming you're biased. Other than Vegas, what are some of the best places that you performed at?
Some of the best places, or do you mean like where's my support system at outside of Vegas?
Just more so like even if it's just like other than Vegas, what was some of the best cities that you just felt the vibe of the city or?
Oh, man, Seattle is pretty dope out there. I love.
You had any shows out there, or you was just out there?
I've toured like every state on the West Coast. Yeah, pretty much. What else was it? Phoenix is good. Tucson. I like the vibe out there in Colorado Springs. Atlanta was cool. It's a lot of, what's the word? Competition
in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is cool. That's pretty much
the ones you
off the top of my head.
So to even get back on when you were saying you was touring around, to get back on the concept of the show, how to book shows. Okay, now we said you dominated the open mic. You built your buzz up in the first book show. How did you get on that first tour outside of Vegas?
They reached me. They reached me. Cat named Solo is named AJ now, but he was looking for some cats on the West Coast to go on tour with, and so he asked my bro Doc Jones. Doc Jones then asked me. I said yeah, and so really, bro, we were like this, like blind, like, and
just jumping in.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure, but this is what should have happened and what started to happen. But I think we went in on a rental van, and then we went from city to city, state to state, and went on like these love offering missions. What a love offering is basically a donation. Everybody put in to give you a donation, but having merch was my thing. And that's how I continue to make money, because people are going to be there. It's a free concert.
Yeah.
People are going to be there. The church going to be there. The community is going to be there, especially if it's an outside event at a park or something. And so I make sure I have my table. And that's when I knew But God was going to do something, because I'm going from city to city, state to state, and these people outside of Vegas.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. How did you,
Yeah. So
how do you think you influence people that may not have known you as closely as people in Vegas? How did you influence them to want to buy into your merch and your brand?
Your performance has to be dope. Like, I love being an MC. Move the crowd, everybody. Move the crowd. Please move the crowd. Do not let that die. It's about putting your hands up, going side to side, and put your hands up, going side to side. Now clap, 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 scream. And then here's how my hook go. Y'all ready? I'm something different. Yeah, I'm something different. Say, I'm something different. Get them involved, engage with them. And from there, they like him. You know what? I don't really listen to Christian hip hop, but bro, you got me. Hey, I never really liked hip hop like that, but I get that all the time. From 60, 70-year-old white people on down to little black girls. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, bro, they want to come to the table, meet you, and if you got something, they want to support you, and they're going to purchase what you got. Whatever they can afford, they're going to get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I always ask this question from someone that's been in Vegas. Well, you from here, right?
Born and raised.
Yeah, born and raised. What do you think like artists need to do to expand a little more outside of just Vegas?
To expand a little more outside of Las Vegas, you need to go to SoCal, see what an open mic's at over there, Southern California, San Diego, Los Angeles, other little spots out there, even Hesperia, Victorville. Like, I've been in those places, San Bernardino, like, and see who rocking out there. Get some hashtags. Like SoCal Music, maybe a hashtag or whatever. Open Mic LA, maybe a hashtag, and click on, get involved. Same thing for Phoenix, same thing for Tucson, same thing for Utah, Ogden, Salt Lake City, anything in a 6-hour radius that you can get to, you and the homies, you feel me? Get out there. You feel me? We got it. And boom, we there, right? From there, you get on social media and you start to like look for people who are in your same vein, find peers who are in your same vein and start following them, and then engage, inbox, comment, send them a song or let them send you a song, and y'all talk to each other and find out. I got people all over America And my pockets may not be big. And what I mean by pockets, not my cash pockets, but the pockets of people I have in different cities and states may not be huge. But, bro, if I got 5 or 10 people in New York, and I ask them, can they bring 5 or 10 people, then we got a nice amount of people that may show up for me.
Okay.
When I get there, right? And that goes for all over America.
So being in a place, like going to a place like Cali, it seems like it's a lot of artists that's like at least popping to some degree. Is it harder to cut through the noise coming from Vegas over there? Is it harder for you to cut through the noise?
No, you just another rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you from Vegas? Cool. Like, it's not like, oh, you from Vegas? Like it is in other cities and states. But in LA, it's like, cool. I don't think it's hard to cut through the noise. No, I don't.
Okay. So what are some of your you know, you don't got to get all the way to sauce, but what are some of your like future like plans you got next to basically step the brand up of IC Jonez and But God?
Plans I got next, man, is to just continue to stretch myself in different areas. Again, thank you for allowing me to be your co-host.
No problem, man.
On my Rap Mentor. I feel like this is my vein. I feel like I've accumulated so much knowledge, and I want to give it out. And whether y'all call it for free or not, like, y'all gonna respect the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my name is gonna stretch for the game I give. You know what I mean? And so will yours. I appreciate Charles for bringing me on Vegas Driving Artists. You know, he took my advice, man, because I'm like, bro, you got something. Like, get on air. And then he wanted me to be his co-host. I'm like, okay, for sure. So, like, doing those type of things and coaching artists one-on-one, like consulting artists one-on-one. Because ultimately, they just going to say, I got the game from Icy. And I appreciate that. I want to be a game lord. You feel me? And that's just what it is. Like, GAME Lord, game lord. And so from there, just expand that way on like graduation time. Like, this is like, I'm a professor now. You know what I mean? But also continuously putting out music. I got the new album, Gospel Trap Music. So I want to expand that further than my other albums have. You know what I'm saying? Like, do some things I've never done before with this album. And then also tour. I want to take a cool little 5-10 city tour and get up out of here, man, and see some of the things that I have done in my past come to pass again. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. How did you and Charles like meet on the business side? Because y'all said y'all knew each other for a long time, right? Yeah. How did y'all link business in a sense together?
So he invited me to do the pull up, which is his monthly event that he does, and I seen like how he was doing his thing. You feel me? I ended up making like $180 or something that night off my. I did a hard copy album that only 50 copies came out.
Only 50?
Yeah, and I sold them for 15 or whatever. And he was like, "Wow, bro, like that's crazy." And I'm like, "Bro, like I want to help you expand, Vegas Driving Artists. I got some ideas." And we just start hanging out more and more, excuse me, every day. And then from there, I was like, yo, because on Thursdays, I got the show. So I'm like, bro, come on. Like, what you doing? He's like, nothing. I'm like, you want to come to the show? Yeah. So come to the show. And then I start, like, putting it in his brain, like, you need a show. You need, am I, okay. So I'm like, you need a show. Like, and so it took him about a month and a half. And then, boom, he like, man, I got the meeting. I need you to be there. Let's do it. And so September 15th, man, we start doing Vegas Driving Artists Radio. But the brand is so much bigger. But this is the catalyst. This is the one that's going to catapult it to like spread across the world like he want Vegas music to be. He has such a strong heart and passion and drive for us to blow up, for the world to see us. And whatever levels everybody want to be at, that's fine. But the globe needs to know that we have Vegas striving artists in Las Vegas, and we are the gatekeepers, and we know a bunch of other gatekeepers, and we can connect you to those gatekeepers. So right now, if somebody called Charles and say, hey, I need an interview, it's like, cool, I can get you on here, or here. Hey, you know any graphic designers? Yeah, I can get you this one and that one. Hey, man, I'm trying to put together an event, man. You got any venues? Yep, I can call this one, that one, and this one. That's You know what I mean? That's what it's going to be, but it's what we already have done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much how we became business partners, knowing that, hey, we can do this together.
Mm-hmm.
It's two heads is better than one.
Yeah. So as you were saying earlier, you were saying like, is Vegas Striving Artists is more like the like
umbrella,
like the main umbrella. Well, or because you were saying like you have like different branches underneath.
Yeah.
So
that's what some we was talking about last night as well. He's like, man, you just do so much. You know what I mean? But it's like for me, I'm multi-faceted. Like I can do Vegas Striving Artists and everything that comes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how you do all that shit without spreading yourself thin.
Right. It is. I can do everything under Vegas Striving Artists that we need to do, but also keeping Bug Guy Records intact.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like 52 weeks. It's 365 days a year. Bro, I can do this.
But too, you seem to do everything at a high level too, though. That's the thing I noticed too. It's not like, you know, some people do a lot, but they're never really good at none of them. They just okay.
Right.
You seem to do everything like at a high level.
It's just my passion and drive for things. He could tell you I be over here. he's and that's why we work. It's yin and yang. He's so smooth, calm,
yeah,
cool.
he's smooth.
And I'm like fire, like yogurt flame. And so we'll get it done. You know what I'm saying? But that's for VSA. But when it comes to Bug Guy Records, it's like I got to do everything myself. So learning how to do everything yourself and like outsource everything, you got to kind of tell people what you want and how you want it done for it to come out right. Not having a team. I haven't had a team in years.
You still don't?
No.
Oh man.
No, I got my assistant. I got my wife. You know what I'm saying? I got people that kind of help here and there. Shout out to those people. But like being under me like that, no, not at all. It's just me, and Dave keeps my schedule, keep me intact with that, and my wife keeps me grounded. And that's pretty much what it is, man. But God, you feel me? That's my biggest partner right there. Yeah.
What got you? How long? What got you into radio? And how long have you been doing radio?
So 2015, I was doing Bug Guy TV on YouTube. I was interviewing people who had a testimony, like they were on their deathbed and they came back alive, or they was like really, you know, deathly ill, or they was like doing nothing and then all of a sudden like they blew up. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube. But then when Facebook did, they got the live part of Facebook came out. I'm like, I'm not gonna be one of these artists who just on live for nothing.
Just
like
for
I'm
the sake
just
of
not
being
gonna
on
do
live.
it. So I like interviewing people. Like so I start going like backstage to events or like pulling artists to the side and like putting them on. You feel me? And then from there, I got interviewed by the homeboy, Levon Kennedy, L's Up, and I'm like, boom, yo, Hotbox was dope. You mind if I do my own type of thing? You feel me? He was like, for sure. You know, and you got to pay homage to those people who gave you an idea, and then you went with their idea and did something different. Man, tell them that and love on them and thank them for that. So anyway, Hot Seat with Icy Jones came about on Facebook. So from there, I got a few different offers from a few different places. People was telling me, you need a radio show, you need a radio show. I just liked my freedom. You know, Facebook Live, I can do it anytime. I got to be here every Thursday.
Yeah, you got to report. Like,
yeah, right? So boom. Hot 7025 was growing exponentially. Like we almost up to 1 million daily listeners now.
Still growing.
Right?
Got a award over here.
Right.
Double flex.
Boom. So I hit her up. She heard my pitch. She said, you already doing, you know, your interviews. You already got a structure. You good. And that's how I got in the radio.
All right, bet, man. But I would shake you up. I'm a little sick. I know you're hearing my voice, but glad you're on my rap mentor, man. Glad to have you, man. Tell them where to find you. For
every week, man. I can't wait. We finna do this. We got so much game in the industry, bro. It's so much game. Find me everywhere at ICJONEZ and find me right here every Friday, 12 noon. Hot1025fm.com.
Yeah.